Station volume set to 100.
They'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Volunteers will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Little touch pass to the receiver. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Daniels. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Volunteers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Split backs here. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Well, in a situation like that where it's third and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
Punt is on its way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of...
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Got it in stride at the 15. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and...
Touchdown tie! Buckle up, boys. I think more scores are coming.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. The run to the left. Shakes off the defender. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. So after the first down run, here's second down. Off play action. Fires left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. The Vols in the hurry up. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown Volunteers! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. With the catch, it's Matthews. It's the seam wide open. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Snap in the shotgun. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Well, that's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. They're going to get on top of it, and the onside kick is successful. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got room at the 35. He'll work his way down to the 28.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They'll give it to him again. Got a little space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Crimson Tide with a 2nd down to open play here in the quarter. Trying to barge their way in. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Might be changing the route. Go straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire 1st quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. The give to the back. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So New Mexico State's offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Gonna run it. It's Robertson. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Grabbed over the middle. It's Concepcion. Pushed down for the tackle. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run it from the gun. Looks like Alabama will pick up the 1st down. New Mexico State will kick it away to open this 3rd quarter. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Humphries. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, and let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? From the gun, the ground game. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. The give to the back. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. The give to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. To the ground with the back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. Tries again to get it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
He cannot get there. A fourth down stop, and now, boys, we might just have a finish. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And that is how we will wrap this one up. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense just barely did enough. That's the important part, and David, moving forward, they're going to have to play better on that side of the ball.
I think it looked more like an offensive struggle, not a defensive struggle. They definitely brought their A game, but listen, all you needed was enough points. Win, advance, build some confidence, find some things with this offense down the road that you do better.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David Pollack. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The shot to clear's offense will go on the attack first. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
The shot that clears, racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Leaves it with the back. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
On third down, going up top. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It is good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time. And, Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover him, take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he's a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. From the gun, the running back has it. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because it made your
catch inside the 25.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the touchdown, Bama! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And the shot to clear is trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Flips it out on the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Now on first down from the 28. To the air on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The shot that clears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. And the shot that clears will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes that Alabama offense. If they can back up that late score in the first half with another one here in the second, they can really take control of this game.
Yeah, and of course you went straight to offense, Reese. But how about the defense? If you can stop the bleeding, right? They created some momentum going into the half. Now, come out, set the tone for the second half. Get the ball back to your offense. It's not always about offense, yes.
No, let's find out just how good of a job this defensive coaching staff does with their adjustments, right? A lot of what they were trying to do in the first half just simply wasn't working. They were getting lit up. Maybe they can change up some looks, some personnel groupings, and do some better things here in the second half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Tries to get it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Gives it on the option. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Second down coming up. They'll go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? In the postgame, if you start asking about the offensive struggles, the coach is probably going to say, let me tell you something, Mr. Television Announcer. They don't ask me how I won. They ask me if I won.
That is all that matters, Mr. Television Announcer, but I think you'd want to play better on offense. You'd want to score more points. But, Reese, Jesse, I want to learn as I win. I don't want to learn as I lose.
And I know you're loving this one, David, because in today's era of modern college football, with all these spread offenses and up-tempo, we're used to seeing a ton of points. We're not used to seeing a lot of games like this. I wouldn't get used to seeing it, but for this team right here,
Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Back to throw, it's Green. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Back to pass on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Edwards. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Humphries. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field, but they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Coming out aggressively. Snags it on the right. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper. Devontae Smith, like we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. To the air, it's Daniels. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field.
In these situations, third and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushes loose. Go get that QB.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for room. It's Edwards. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And I tell you what, these big-bodied tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money. But this big dude.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Gonna take a shot. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Open spaces. Touchdown Orange. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. To the air, it's Daniels. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Dropping back, it's Daniels. That's caught. It's Concepcion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires a bullet to the right. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Now improvising. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Humphreys. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Moving out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw it away as long.
He's loose. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Syracuse.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The offense changing the play. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Power football with the run. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Well, they put their defense in a tough spot as that punt is marked dead at the 35. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass, it's Green. Quick completion on the out route. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Orange.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit.
Found the seam on the left. Touchdown, Cuse. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football.
Breaks into the open on the left. There he goes. The 20. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
That was a big touchdown for them, too, because they're still trailing. They've got a lot of work ahead of them here in the second half. But I think that's going to give them a lot of confidence now going into halftime. I can't wait to see what they do here in the second half.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Well, so much for extending the play. He just quit on it and took a knee. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Looking to throw, it's Green. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country, and you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for the...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play, and in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Going right to work up top. Got a man. It's Edwards. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to pass. It's Green. Grabbed in the middle. It's Humphries. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Oh, a lot of space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll test the right side. All down enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Handoff from the shotgun. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be